Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to hang out with Anthony7771, Mario Minecraft, Monster Jam Dallas, Monster Jam Collector Racing, Monster Jam Fanatic, and the Cameron 9785.
Yo, what's good, peeps? What's going on, guys? What's going on, people?
And today we have the event for Monster Jam Sign-Up Series number 194, the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Edition. So we have 4 surprise entrances. Before that, we had 86 trucks in the lineup, but with these 4, we now have 90. So the 4 surprise entrances are Frank Triplett in the 6-Stuff Roger Dodger, Dolores Simmons in the Blizzard Bashers Abysmal, Metal Sonic Dude in the Camo Crashers Pure Muscle, and Patrick the MJ Fan is in the black and green Bone Shaker. So here's a look at all of the races here in round number 1. Now, if you guys don't know which truck you guys are in, then make sure you go check out the Field of Trucks video, which was posted just yesterday. And also, one thing, if you guys want to, either on this video or on Mario Minecraft's most recent video, you guys should definitely wish him a happy birthday, because the day that this video is being posted, it is actually his birthday. So if you guys want to wish him a happy birthday, like I said, either on the comments below on this video or on his most recent video, I'm sure he would like that. So anyways, guys, those are all of the races here in round number 1, and we're going to kick things off with Chassis Snapper taking on All Fried Up. Sign-up Series 194 is underway, and the first winner is going to be All Fried Up. Next up, we have the Blue Megarex taking on the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew. And Skeleton Crew is going to take the win over the Blue Megarex, who flipped over. Next up, we have Smash Squatch taking on the Black Hotweiler. And Hotweiler will get the win over Smash Squatch. Next up, we have Twin Mill taking on Scorcher Edgeglow. And Twin Mill will get the win. Next up, we have Pure Muscle taking on the Camel Crashers Megarex. And Pure Muscle flips, that will give the win to Megarex. Next up, we have the Miz taking on Tiger Shark. And the Miz will flip over, that'll give the win to Tiger Shark. Next up, we have the 2018 Bone Shaker taking on A51 Patrol. And Bone Shaker flips over and he will block A51 Patrol for the win. Next up, we have Darth Vader taking on Motosaurus. And Motosaurus will get the win over Darth Vader. Next up, we have the 6-Stuff Roger Dodger taking on the Gray V8 Bomber. And Roger Dodger flips over early. What a run for V8 Bomber, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Hooligan taking on Spur of the Moment. And what a race. Spur of the Moment will take the win over Hooligan. Next up, we have Loco Punk taking on Stars and Stripes. And Loco Punk is going to cut off Stars and Stripes. And you guys can see right there that he will take the win. Next up, we have Finn Balor taking on the SUV SpongeBob. And, ooh, it looks like Finn Balor is going to take the win. Next up, we have Invader taking on the Camo Crashers Town Hauler. And it's going to be, ooh, what a race. Man, I don't know who got that. Let's see if we go straight down. Oh, just by the slightest bit. Just the slightest bit. You guys can see right there that Invader will take the win. Next up, we have Scorcher taking on One Bad Ghoul. And One Bad Ghoul will take the win. Next up, we have Steer Clear Color Treads taking on the Red Hot Wheels Racing. And Red Hot Wheels Racing will take the win. Next up, we have Leopard Shark taking on Mr. Krabs. And Mr. Krabs will take the win over Leopard Shark. Next up, we have Braun Strowman taking on the 6-Stuff Hotweiler. And, oh, Hotweiler is going to take the win. One of the slowest trucks on my channel. He's going to take the win over Braun Strowman. Next up, we have John Cena taking on Camel Crashers, the 909. And 909 is going to get the comeback win over John Cena. Next up, we have Hulk taking on Necessary Roughness. And Necessary Roughness will take the win over Hulk. Next up, we have Zombie Rex taking on Firestarter. And Zombie Rex flips over. That gives the win to Firestarter. Next up, we have Chewbacca taking on Podium Crasher. And Podium Crasher will take the win. Next up, we have the Orange Hotweiler taking on Baja Buster. And Baja Buster will take the win. Next up, we have Test Subject taking on the Blizzard Bashers Abysmal. And Test Subject will get the win over the Blizzard Bashers Abysmal. Next up, we have AJ Styles taking on 5 Alarm. And 5 Alarm will take the win. Next up, we have Abysmal taking on Steer Clear. And Abysmal flips over, but I don't think he fell off the side. He just rolled to the side after he went off the ramp. And Steer Clear will take the win. Next up, we have 2 of your surprise entrances. We have the Camo Crashers Pure Muscle taking on the Black and Green Bone Shaker. And it's going to be, I think it's Pure Muscle. Yes, it is. He takes the win over the Black and Green Bone Shaker. Next up, we have Spider-Man taking on Psychedelic. And Spider-Man will take the win. Next up, we have the New Day taking on Hound Hauler. And the New Day will take the win. Next up, we have your most recent Hot Wheels monster truck that has won on my channel, Hissy Fit. He won 2 series ago, and he's taking on the orange Dodge Charger. And, oh, what a race, but it's going to be Hissy Fit. Next up, we have Battle Axe taking on Roman Reigns. And great race, Roman Reigns will take the win over Battle Axe. Next up, we have Category 5 taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, oh, what a race! It's going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Next up, we have Blizzard Bashers Roger Dodger taking on the 3D SpongeBob. And, oh, SpongeBob, I thought he was going to take it, but he flips over early, giving the win to the Blizzard Bashers Roger Dodger. Next up, we have Jeff Hardy taking on Skeleton Crew. And Skeleton Crew will take the win. Next up, we have the Sick Stuff Loco Punk taking on Squidward. And Loco Punk flips over. That's going to give the win to Squidward. Next up, we have The Rock taking on the Blizzard Bashers Torque Terror. And, oh, what a race. I don't know if it was on camera there because it was kind of pointed more towards The Rock, but Torque Terror had an amazing save, but it's not going to help him. It looks like The Rock will take the win. Next up, we have the White Hot Wheels Racing taking on Roger Dodger. And, oh, it looks like Roger Dodger will get the win. Next up, we have the Green V8 Bomber taking on the Blizzard Bashers Podium Crasher. And great race. They both hit the laptop, so we're going to do a rerun. That was the best race of the night so far, but it's going to be a rerun. We've switched up the lanes. Let's see who's going to get it. It's going to be the Blizzard Bashers Podium Crasher. Next up, we have Hot Wheels Police taking on the Black Mega-Rex. And it's a good race. It looks like it's going to be Mega-Rex. Let's just make sure. As you guys can see right there, Mega-Rex will take the win. Next up, we have Milk Monster taking on All Beefed Up. And, oh, what a race! It looks like Milk Monster got it. Let's take a look at the aerial view. It's pretty clear. You guys can see right there that Milk Monster will defeat All Beefed Up. Next up, we have Wild Streak taking on Bigfoot. And it's going to be Wild Streak. Next up, we have Torque Terror taking on 32 Degrees. And it's going to be Torque Terror. Next up, we have Sasha Banks taking on the Blizzard Bashers Bone Shaker. And Bone Shaker will take the win. Next up, we have the Undertaker taking on the Red Dodge Charger. And Dodge Charger is going to take the win over the Undertaker. Next up, we have Plankton taking on Demo Derby. And Plankton will take the win. And for the final race of round number 1, we have a Hangout Squad battle. We have Firestorm and the Camel Crashers Bone Shaker taking on Monster Jam Planet in Sriracha. And, oh, what a race. Bone Shaker had the lead, but did Sriracha come back? Let's go straight down and have a look. Oh, I don't know. It almost looks like Bone Shaker. I think it might be Bone Shaker. That's super close. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, right there you guys can see by the slightest bit, Bone Shaker takes the win. So here are all of the trucks into round number 2. We have a total of 45. So we're going to do a fast loser tournament to see who will take on the Camo Crashers Bone Shaker. Here are the 4 trucks that I have chosen. We're going to have Camo Crashers Town Hauler take on Sriracha. And then we're going to have the Green V8 Bomber take on the White Hot Wheels Racing. So first things first, we have the Camo Crashers Town Hauler taking on Sriracha. And it's going to be, oh, Sriracha I thought was going to come back, but he flips backwards, and that's going to cost him. Town Hauler will take the win. Next up, we have the Green V8 Bomber taking on the White Hot Wheels Racing. And it's going to be a close race. Now, he did not hit Battle Axe. I'll move him off to the side just a little bit. I think it's going to be V8 Bomber. Yes, it is, as you guys can see right there, just barely V8 Bomber takes it. So who will be your fast losers? Is it going to be Camo Crashers Town Hauler or the Green V8 Bomber? It's going to be, oh, what a finish, and it looks like Town Hauler is going to take it. V8 Bomber was definitely faster there. He was definitely going to go past Town Hauler, but he's able to block him and take the win. So now it is officially time for round number 2. There are a total of 46 trucks remaining, and we are going to kick things off with All Fried Up taking on the Blizzard Bashers Skeleton Crew. Round number 2 is underway. And the first winner is going to be the Blizzard Bashers Skeleton Crew. He defeats All Fried Up, who is making his debut. Next up, we have the Black Hotweiler taking on Twin Mill. And it's going to be Hotweiler. Next up, we have the Camo Crashers Mega-Rex taking on Tiger Shark. And, oh, Mega-Rex flips over early. That's going to give the win to Tiger Shark. Next up, we have the 2018 Bone Shaker taking on Motosaurus. And Bone Shaker flips over. That's going to give the win to Motosaurus. Next up, we have the Gray V8 Bomber taking on Spur of the Moment. And Spur of the Moment will take the win. Next up, we have Loco Punk taking on Finn Balor. And it's going to be Finn Balor getting the win. Next up, we have Invader taking on One Bad Ghoul. And, oh, what a race. And I think it's going to be One Bad Ghoul. You guys can see right there from the aerial view, One Bad Ghoul will take the win. Next up, we have the Red Hot Wheels Racing taking on Mr. Krabs. And it's going to be the Red Hot Wheels Racing. Next up, we have the Sick Stuff Hotweiler taking on Camo Crashers, the 909. And it's going to be Camo Crashers, the 909. Next up, we have Necessary Roughness taking on Firestarter. And Necessary Roughness will get the win. Next up, we have Podium Crasher taking on Baja Buster. And Baja Buster will get the win. Next up, we have Test Subject taking on 5 Alarm. And it's going to be 5 Alarm. Next up, we have Steer Clear taking on the Camo Crashers Pure Muscle. And it's going to be Steer Clear. Next up, we have Spider-Man taking on the New Day. And it's going to be Spider-Man hitting the laptop. He will get the win. Next up, we have Hissy Fit taking on Roman Reigns. And it's going to be Hissy Fit in a close race defeating Roman Reigns. Next up, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Blizzard Basher's Roger Dodger. And, oh, what a race. It looks like Roger Dodger's going to take it. You guys can see right there. He will take the win. Next up, we have Skeleton Crew taking on Squidward. And Skeleton Crew will take the win. Next up, we have The Rock taking on Roger Dodger. And Roger Dodger will get the upset win over The Rock. Next up, we have Blizzard Basher's Podium Crasher taking on the Black Mega-Rex. And it's going to be Mega-Rex with the comeback win. Next up, we have Milk Monster taking on Wild Streak. And it's going to be Milk Monster. Next up, we have Torque Terror taking on the Blizzard Basher's Bone Shaker. And it's going to be Torque Terror. Next up, we have the Red Dodge Charger taking on Plankton. And what a race down to the end. Did Plankton come back? Let's see. On the Hangout, they're saying Dodge Charger. And just barely, all right. Dodge Charger will take the win. And the final race of round number 2 is going to be a battle of the Camo Crashers. We have Bone Shaker taking on Town Hauler. And it's going to be Bone Shaker. So here are all the trucks into round number 3. There are a total of 23 trucks. So we're going to have a fast loser tournament to see who will take on the Camo Crashers Bone Shaker. And here are the 4 trucks that I have selected. We're going to have Podium Crasher versus Plankton. And then we're going to have Loco Punk versus Twin Mill. First things first, we have Podium Crasher versus Plankton. And it's going to be Podium Crasher. Next up, we have Loco Punk taking on Twin Mill. And it's going to be Loco Punk. So who will be your fast loser? Is it going to be Podium Crasher or Loco Punk? It's going to be Loco Punk with a come-from-behind win. So now it is time for round number 3. There are 24 trucks remaining. So we will not have a fast loser in this round. And we're going to kick things off with the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew taking on the Black Hotweiler. Round number 3 is underway. And the first winner is going to be the Black Hotweiler. Next up, we have Tiger Sharks taking on Motosaurus. And the low battery warning came up on my phone right as that race happened, so I don't know if it was pointed at the trucks or not. I think it was. And Tiger Shark takes it. Next up, we have Spur of the Moment taking on Finn Balor. And Spur of the Moment will take the win. Next up, we have One Bad Ghoul taking on the Red Hot Wheels Racing. And it's going to be... Oh, Hot Wheels Racing took it, but One Bad Ghoul did hit the laptop, so... Unfortunately, to be fair, we are going to do a rerun. So we switched up the lanes. Here goes the rerun. And this time it is going to be, as you guys can see right there, the Red Hot Wheels Racing. Next up, we have Camo Crashers, the 909, taking on Necessary Roughness. And it's going to be Necessary Roughness. Next up, we have Baja Buster taking on 5 Alarm. And Baja Buster will take the win. Next up, we have a very anticipated matchup. We have Steer Clear taking on Spider-Man. And it's going to be Steer Clear. Next up, we have Hissy Fit taking on the Blizzard Basher's Roger Dodger. And Hissy Fit flips over. He did not fall off the side. And that's going to give the win to the Blizzard Basher's Roger Dodger. Next up, we have Skeleton Crew taking on Roger Dodger. And it's going to be Skeleton Crew. Roger Dodger almost saved it, but he couldn't do it. And that gives the win to Skeleton Crew. Next up, we have the Black Mega-Rex taking on Milk Monster. And it's going to be Milk Monster. I don't know what happened to Mega-Rex there. And Milk Monster takes it. Next up, we have Torque Terror taking on the Red Dodge Charger. And it's going to be Torque Terror. The final race of round number 3 is going to be the Camo Crashers Bone Shaker taking on Loco Punk. And it's going to be Loco Punk. So now it is time for round number 4. There are 12 trucks remaining. So after this round, we will go down to 6. And that is when I will announce the field of trucks. So here are all the races. And we are going to kick things off with the Black Hotweiler taking on Tiger Shark. Round number 4 is underway. And the first winner is going to be Tiger Shark with a wheelie. Next up, we have Spur of the Moment taking on the Red Hot Wheels Racing. And it's going to be the Red Hot Wheels Racing. They both do wheelies, but Hot Wheels Racing lands it, and that gives him the win over Spur of the Moment. Next up, we have Necessary Roughness taking on Baja Buster. And it's going to be Necessary Roughness. Next up, we have Steer Clear taking on the Blizzard Bashers Roger Dodger. And Steer Clear is going to take the win. Next up, we have Skeleton Crew taking on Milk Monster. And Skeleton Crew will take the win. Milk Monster is eliminated in his debut. And the final race of round number 4 is going to be Torque Terror taking on Loco Punk. And Torque Terror, I think, got it. Let's see. Yes, he did. Torque Terror will take the win. And now it is time for round number 5. We are down to 6 trucks left, so let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of Tiger Shark, we have Danielle O'Brien. Inside of the Red Hot Wheels Racing, we have Monster Jam General. Inside of Necessary Roughness, we have Mike Monster 27. Inside of Steer Clear, we have Red Crash Speedway. Inside of Skeleton Crew, we have Dark Phantom. And inside of Torque Terror, we have the Cameron 9785. So I'm not positive, but I believe the only 2 trucks here that have ever won before are Steer Clear and Torque Terror. So 4 of these trucks have never won before, so that is pretty interesting. We will have a fast loser race, by the way, as well, because 6 would go down to 3. So out of the 3 losers, the 2 that have the best run will be in the fast loser. So anyways, guys, without further ado, we're going to have Tiger Shark taking on the Red Hot Wheels Racing. Who is going to be the first person to go to the semifinals, Tiger Shark or Red Hot Wheels Racing? It's going to be Red Hot Wheels Racing. I actually just realized when I was saying out of the trucks that were still remaining who had championships, I actually made a mistake. Necessary Roughness actually has won before, so 3 out of the 6 here have won and 3 haven't. So here's a battle of 2 trucks that have won before. Necessary Roughness taking on Steer Clear. And it's going to be a great race. And it looks like it's going to be Steer Clear. And the final race until the fast loser is going to be Skeleton Crew taking on Torque Terror. And it's going to be Torque Terror. So these trucks remain. Now, out of the 3 people that just lost, I have to pick 2 for the fast loser. Now, obviously, I'm going to pick the 2 that had the best run. Unfortunately, the truck that had the worst run was Tiger Shark. So, unfortunately, he is eliminated. But here is your fast loser. We have Necessary Roughness taking on Skeleton Crew. And Necessary Roughness falls off the side. If you guys have not been watching my sign-up series for a while, what we do in that situation is whichever truck fell off the side is going to be losing in a best 2 out of 3, 1-0. So Skeleton Crew has the lead. So Skeleton Crew is leading 1-0. And this time it is Necessary Roughness, so we are all tied up 1-1. So it is 1-1. Who is going to be the final person to advance to the semifinals? It's going to be... What a race down to the end. Neither one of these 2 trucks wanted to give up, but just barely it is going to be Necessary Roughness. And now we are down to the semifinals of sign-up series number 194, the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks edition. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Red Hot Wheels Racing, we have Monster Jam General. Inside of Steer Clear, we have Red Crash Speedway. Inside of Torque Terror, we have the Cameron 9785. And inside of Necessary Roughness, we have Mike Monster 27. So out of these trucks, 3 out of the 4 have won championship, which are Steer Clear, Torque Terror, and Necessary Roughness. The only truck here that's never won before is the Red Hot Wheels Racing. And as for the drivers, the only one here that's ever won is the driver of Torque Terror, which is the Cameron 9785. And although he does have 1 win, that win came back in sign-up series 93. We are now at sign-up series 194, so it has literally been 101 sign-up series since his last win. So maybe he'll get his second win, but we're going to have to wait and find out. So let's see who's going to go to the championship race. Is it going to be Monster Jam General or Red Crash Speedway, who, by the way, made it to the championship race in Series 192 when he lost to Victor Jones 16, who was in hissy fits. Let's see if he can get revenge. So who is going to go to the championship race? Is it going to be Monster Jam General and the Red Hot Wheels Racing, or Red Crash Speedway and Steer Clear? It's going to be Monster Jam General and the Red Hot Wheels Racing. Red Crash Speedway falls just short yet again. Like I said, Series 192, he lost in the championship race. And now in Series 194, he has lost in the semifinals. You keep getting so close, man. Maybe Series 195, you'll be able to get your first ever win. But Monster Jam General, who's also never won before, is in the championship race. So who is going to meet Monster Jam General in the championship race? Is it going to be the Cameron 9785 in Torque Terror, or Mike Monster 27 in Necessary Roughness? It's going to be Mike Monster 27 in Necessary Roughness. So sorry to the Cameron 9785 and Torque Terror. You almost got your second ever win. Like I said before, you haven't won in 101 sign-up series. It was series 93 when you won back in the Edge Glow Batman. So you were so close, man. I know you really wanted that second ever win. Maybe you can finally get it in series 195. But Mike Monster 27 and Necessary Roughness, you are in the championship race. And now we are down to the championship race of sign-up series number 194, the All Hot Wheels Monster Trucks edition. So inside of the red Hot Wheels Racing, we have Monster Jam General. Now neither that truck or driver have ever won before. And inside of Necessary Roughness, we have Mike Monster 27. Now Necessary Roughness is a one-time champion. He won back in series 175. But Mike Monster 27 has never won before, so neither one of these drivers have ever won before, and the only truck that does have a win is Necessary Roughness. So let's see who is going to do it. Your winner of sign-up series number 194, the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks edition, is going to be none other than... It's going to be a great race, and as you guys can see right there from the aerial view at the top of your screen, you can see that your winner is Mike Monster 27 and Necessary Roughness. Congratulations, man. You have finally got your first ever win on my channel. You've been signing up for my sign-up series for so long, and you have finally got your first ever win. And as for Monster Jam General, you've also been signing up for a while, and you almost got your first ever win. Better luck in Series 195 to you, and maybe you can finally get your first win. But like I said, congratulations one last time to Mike Monster 27 for winning. Well deserved, man. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys do subscribe, and then make sure to leave a like on the video, turn on post notifications, and then comment anything you guys have to say. And I'll see you guys next time.